Okay.
Do you think you did?
Yeah.
Okay. Girl,
Happy Friday.
happy Friday. How you doing?
Hi, y'all. Shit. I was going through the coil of the energy earlier today, and then I ended up rushing because I went down this whole ancestor spiral earlier, and then I wasn't crying, but I was like turned up.
Hmm.
And then but you know when you get in the energy, uh Sepulveda! Oh my gosh! Oh, out there in Florida. I miss you. I actually have a friend that's going to the ninth actually. Whole nother story. I don't even want to talk about the military right now. That's gonna throw me off on a tangent. Um, so yeah, I got sucked down some ancestor energy earlier today between my auntie, that's my cat, my cousin, that's my cousin on my mom's side, that's actually my great grandma from my dad's side, and I went through it today.
Girl, we gonna ground. All we gotta do is ground because it's a lot going on.
It was wild.
It's a
Uh,
lot going on. So
yeah.
yeah, we just gotta ground y'all. But happy Venus Day to everybody that's here. Sorry I'm late. It was a little technical stuff going on, but I'll have it right next Friday. So today, y'all, we're gonna be talking about Venus. And tapping into your Venus, tapping into your divine feminine, and just giving y'all sharing some information about Venus and how to tap into it. And a lot of women don't know about the energy of Friday, which is the divine feminine energy for you to like really do what you need to do as a feminine. Like on Venus hour, on Venus Day, you can like tap into some shit. Like go get your hair done, go get your makeup done. It enhances you, but make sure that you are setting the intention so that it can your magic can work. So you know it's Venus hour. You got the planetary app. You
Yeah.
know that it's Venus hour, so you know to set your feet appointment, nail appointment, hair appointment, dick appointment, whatever appointment you want, whatever you're trying to manifest on the
Right.
Friday, and then you go do it. You go tap into it. Okay, I want to be more beautiful. I'm gonna go get my makeup done on Venus hour on Friday. You tap into her energy. She's gonna enhance it for you because remember, you are the magic. It's your intention, it's your thoughts. You create with your reality. The planet is just the external thing, but you are the magic. So whatever you want to create on this day for yourself, go buy you some lingerie, some roses. I buy myself roses, chocolate, wine, and I just be in my feminine energy. Put on my lingerie, whatever you want to do. That's what you do on Friday. So that's Venus, and it's pleasure, beauty, joy, happiness, bliss, dancing, singing, all
Yeah.
that divine feminine Venusian energy. So you want to be in that kind of energy all day. I be in it every day because it's my planet. Every day I'm in some sexy shit. I'm twerking, shaking my butt, rolling. I'm always doing some sensual stuff all day long.
I was turned up
Because
earlier. Like I had my LA shit on. I was like, oh nigga, I'm here. And then I was like, okay, let me get dressed.
That's all right because it takes time. I've been doing this stuff for a minute, so it takes time to get into the flow of it. But once you start doing it, it is going to you're gonna see the difference. Like your mirror work. Make sure you do your affirmations, get your mirror, do your enchant over your makeup, like whatever y'all do. before we get started, we're just gonna do the Venetian stuff. Make sure whatever you buy, you always enchant it, because everything in the store is dead. Even though like my makeup products are like vegan and stuff, but they're still dead because someone just made it and put it in the store. You are the magic. You have to use your head and your magic to enhance the makeup. So you got to enchant the makeup and bring the makeup alive.
Yeah, you got to
So
raise the frequency of everything.
yeah, you raise the frequency of it and make it yours. So then when you applying it on your face, you know what I mean? It's magical. So when you go out, you're gonna get like different stares and looks and shit because you doing something everybody else ain't. They just going to the store buying it and they're not tapping into their magic, their
Yeah.
femininity, their Venus, their mirror, they're not doing their mirror work, their affirmations, their different things. So you will be the one that go out and get whatever you want because you doing the magic on yourself.
On yourself, yes.
So that's pretty much Venus in a nutshell. You guys also want to find the frequency. It's 221.23, and YouTube has some good ones. If you
Okay.
listen to that Venusian frequency too on Fridays during Venus hour, because it's
It's
more potent.
321 right now in California.
It's what?
It's 321 in California right now.
Oh wow! So look at that. So yeah, you guys want to tap into that. You want to tap into that 221.23 Venusian frequency and just play it. And while you're getting dressed, while you're taking your showers, you also want to enhance your showers during Venus Day. You want to make your showers rituals. Your showers are supposed to be ritualized.
Yes,
Um,
all of them, not just on Venus Day.
yeah, not on Venus Day, every day. It's
Like
just
I
Venus.
actually have a crystal grid in my shower, so when the water is flowing through me, the water is being activated as well.
Mhm. So yeah, that's yeah, every day. I do it every day. It's just we on Venus Day today, so I'm just emphasizing Venus. But yeah, y'all want to do it every day, like she said. Ritualize your showers because the water's dead and everything. So we are the ones who create. What I do is I turn on the Aphrodite sound Venus bath, and I just
Mm,
let the music play. It's like a
yeah.
little pretty harp, and it just helps you with your feminine energy. It helps you with your feminine energy, and it just helps you feel better when you get out the shower. You just feel more enchanted. You don't feel like you just took a regular shower. So that's Venus. Um,
Can I
in
caveat off of that?
huh?
Can I caveat off of the shower
Go
thing?
ahead. Go ahead.
So when you're actually in the shower and you're actually in that energy, what happens is, and it happens all the time to me now, I get in the shower and because your body is going into a crystallized state, right? And the
Mm-hmm.
water, you're activating the codes within the water and the primordial waters.
Mm-hmm.
I literally go down a channel and I get a download in the shower. And I'll just be in the shower at least like 10, 15 minutes going down the spiral of energy that you're processing, that you're alchemizing for your future timeline. So
Mm-hmm.
the water will get your ass if you tell it to.
Mm-hmm.
If you work with the water will get you. And the shower is the best place because, or a bath, right? But
Mm-hmm.
like literally your showers, because you're actually in the water, those are your prime activation times.
Right. Right. Because water is activating. Water is conscious. The water is alive.
Hmm.
So yeah, that's very very true. The water's alive. The water's conscious. The water hears everything we say. Um, the water hears everything we say, and so yeah, the water is a frequency. So yeah, that's Venus. That's Venus in a nutshell. The next step we're gonna do is Venus is also womb. She's also divine feminine womb. Womb is number one because womb is our portal. Womb is your
Hmm.
portal back to everything. So we're going to talk about the womb and how the first violations happen to the divine mothers and how the first violations
Yeah.
um, have brought this current trauma that's still going on right now that we're here to alchemize and heal. So I was one of the original mothers, so were other women out there who were in the Garden of Eden. And it was all feminine.
Yes.
And we were naked in there in our beauty, singing and dancing, dressed out, beautiful. They was watching us, these men, these reptilian, whatever you want to call them. They was watching us, okay, plotting on how they were going to come and destroy everything that we were doing. They came in, and that's the story of the Adam and Eve story, and did what they did, and that's how their seed came about because they came in and violated the womb. So the
Mm-hmm.
first womb violation came from the garden. We were forced to have the seed of them. Yeah, it's yeah.
This, yeah,
Well,
the
yeah.
Bible
Go
makes it
ahead.
all.
Hmm.
The Bible makes it all divine and
Yeah.
gracious, and that's
Hmm.
not the true story.
It's not the true story. The Bible is distorted. It's not what really happened. They switched everything around. So
Everything is flipped.
we had their seed, and it tainted our bloodline because we breeded with
The
parasites.
Bible is not even. It's not even. It don't even go back to the cosmos. Like,
No, no. It's way, Cosmo, no. No way. I think the Bible came in like, what, 2,000 years ago or some shit like that?
yeah.
But yeah, it's hella new. Uh, so those were the first womb violations, was that distortion.
Mm-hmm.
So as time went on, got worse and worse, and it happened again in Lumeria that fall. Same thing. They went in there and did the same thing. So this is in the feminine womb right now is carrying that distortion.
Yeah.
So you have to. Every woman is required to heal her womb state in order to clear that distortion. Because especially the big mamas, especially the divine feminines who are here to
Mm-hmm.
work, because you can't go forward with that distortion. So I got a Lumerian regression done that cleared mine out because I had all kind of shit from that, implants,
Yeah.
cross breeder hooks. I had all kind of distortions in there. You won't know until someone goes in and looks in there to see what's there. And my ancestors also was responsible for some of this stuff. But that story's for other days. But the womb has to be cleansed energetically and physically. And that's why a lot of us melanated women have fibroids and stuff. It's from that trauma
Yeah.
that we have experienced. Then a lot of us, grew up in homes, molestation, and all of that. It didn't happen to me physically, but it happened to me spiritually and
Yeah.
physically. So a lot of women, they keep perpetuating that trauma so they can feed off of your womb, because your womb is your portal.
Yeah.
It is your sacred temple. It is your space. So the more they keep violating it, the more trauma that you continue to carry. So it's important to do the energetic womb healing, and it's important to uh, do your cleansing, your herbs, your yoni semen, your yoni eggs. It's important to eat correctly so that you can keep that space clear from parasites, because the parasites keep feeding it. They the ones who keep the wormholes, because the
Yeah.
dragon body has the wormholes as well from the dragon time. And that has to be clear. That's another live for another day. How the distortions of our dragon bodies. So
Yeah.
we got a lot of work and a lot of healing to do on a lot of levels.
Can I caveat off of what you just said though? Because
Oh, go ahead.
not only do we have the memory soul imprint, of what's happened to us, the trauma that's happened to us in our soul, we also have the genetic imprint of our actual DNA lineage. Because you have your density DNA, which is your family who you actually came through, and then you have your cosmic DNA. So your cosmic DNA codes is what is actually your soul lineage, right? That's what you actually experience. But then you got the shit that your motherfucking ancestors, all the females that been raped, all the females that, had babies unconsensually, all of that energy is distorted and it's stored in our own personal DNA. So that's why when they say that once you heal yours, then that's when you heal all your ancestors that came before you, because it's stored in it's through epigenetics, through the DNA. Everybody, all the way back up to the mitochondrial, who is, I think her name is Lucy. But that DNA piece is actually stored in our body. And so what happens is, like, for me, is that I'll know when I'm recording through the mRNA, which is the memory, right? So the mRNA is the memory, the recording of our ancestral DNA. And so they'll tell me, oh, you're rewriting the trauma and you're releasing the old and you're rewriting your guys' story. And that's the alchemization of what the ancestors went through, and then going through the golden ratio and then transmuting that energy. And then that's sending that freed up energy that you freed up to the ancestors, that's sending that energy through to your future timelines.
Yes, yes, yes. So you doing it. You already started doing that work?
Yes, that's what I do.
Oh, so yeah, you good. You doing the real work because that's where it's at. It's in the
Yeah.
DNA. The
Mm-hmm.
distortion is it's in the soul, it's in the blueprint,
Mm-hmm.
And if we don't heal it, it passes on to our kids, and it just keeps
Yes.
going on and on and on and on. Um, so where we're at now, let's see, what's my next topic? So I want to make sure we stay in alignment and I'm not jumping all over the place. Um, so after that distortion, there was the hostile takeover. That's when the patriarch came and did all that. So now we say, what do we do about that? What do we do about all this that happened? How do we get ourselves back in alignment as divine feminine, as women? What are we supposed to be doing? We have to get in alignment by reclaiming our power and walking in what we're here to do. Doing our community work, doing our outreach work, being on mission, being on purpose, and getting out there and getting this stuff out by all means. Uh,
Can I go
Reclaiming
into
our
something real
power.
quick?
Hmm.
So, yes, everybody is going to need to go into their missionary work, but at this point in time, shouldn't nobody be going into their missionary work unless they're in their divinity?
Right.
Because we don't need nobody going outside and then getting their timeline fucked up and sent off to left to learn some more lessons. We're at the point now to where your lessons need to be learned. So you need to go through whatever shadow work you're supposed to be doing. Then you get in your mission.
Yeah.
Because people start missions, we can't afford to have anybody go through more fraud, losing more money, getting in bad business deals. Everybody needs to be in their highest alignment before they go into the mission, because you don't want any type of bad interactions while you're trying to go out and do stuff when you're not actually mentally prepared with the higher consciousness energy to attract the divine resources that you need, because your judgment gonna be thrown off if you're not in that divinity.
Exactly. Exactly. That's true. Shadow work is first. That's why that's the first module in the Sacred Goddess Healing Temple is the descent to the underworld, to Inanna's um, underworld. The descent is first before you can go do anything.
Period.
Just like she said, if you haven't done shadow work, you ain't going nowhere.
If you're still healing your own shit, then that's what you need to be working on. But when you're actually ready and you know that you're working on humanitarian work, then that's when you're ready. When you know that you're working on healing the actual entire mission and you're in your humanitarian work and you're connected to the earth's grid and you're handling climatic issues for the whole collective field, then that's when you're in your mission. But if you're still doing personal healing work, then that's what you need to focus on, because we have to be, our auric field has to be so strong and protected when we go out in these streets, because we know it looks crazy out there, because 90% of humanity is not woke.
Yeah.
They have no idea what's going on. They have no idea that the matriarch is going to be back in control. So first, the shadow, whatever it is that you need to clear out, then you go into the humanitarian projects, because
Yeah.
I don't want any more women to get hurt, because that's what's hurting us. Women going through stuff that they shouldn't be going through. And so if everybody works on their divinity and they get into their actual, their their past life arenas, they get into their angelic earth angel frequency, then you're able to basically repel everything from any leaks that you may have.
Very true. It is. It's the order to this, because you have to have certain protections, certain stuff has to be going on, because it's gonna be things that's not gonna like what you here to do. Like my mission been attacked from jump. My timeline's been attacked from jump. Like many of us who are awoke. So yeah, you can't
Yes.
just be out here, leaking and open and stuff. So mission, and we need to clear that up too. Mission is only if you're called. It's not for every woman.
Yeah.
Some women are just to be come into our frequency to get their healing and go on. They're not here to do work. There's new earth builders who are part of the 144,000. Those are the ones who have the assignments. So I need to clear that up so all women don't be like, oh, I need to go and do this.
Yeah.
So, so back to reclaiming the womb. So reclaiming the womb is going to look different for each woman, because each of us has went through different things. Um, it's going to look different for me because my violations were energetic. It's going to look different for someone who had direct abuse and sexual trauma. You got to claim all that power back. You got to do those cord cutting, not with scissors, because scissors leave a leak. You have to pull the cords out of your sacral. They have to be pulled out. They can't be cut, because when they're cut, they leak. Then they just leave, they got to be pulled out. So you got to clear those cords. So reclaiming the womb could be from any kind of trauma, birth
Yeah.
trauma, any trauma that you know that the womb has undergone for you personally. You have to reclaim that. For women who had miscarriages, abortions, all of that needs a reclaiming of the womb.
You have to recall all of your energy back from every sexual partner you had.
Yep.
Literally. Like, and you have to keep on doing it, because you need to pull that, and you need to cut them cords. Cut them cords, because you need to recall everything that your womb and your,
I'll say.
you know what I'm saying? Like, your womb and your coochie got to become one. You got to become one with it, because that's our portal. Like, that's our magic. The universe, we hold the universe in our womb. I know when you get I know when energy is running through there. Because once it's all cleared out and all the distortion is cleared out, you gonna know when you're receiving some root chakra energy, okay? You gonna know when you're receiving some sacral chakra energy. That spirit source energy, you gonna know, and you gonna feel it. That's how much it has to be cleaned out. It has to be free of distortion, because that root chakra is literally We need our energy centers cleared out.
We do.
Just point period. Our energy
13
centers, our
chakras.
chakras have to be cleared out.
All 13.
All of them. Your Earth Star chakra, your Soul Star chakra, like it expands all the way up, and that's what actually protects our auric field, because our auric field expands to the size of a football field, which is about 1,000 meters. So that's why we say, like, when your chakras are pure and clear, and your auric field is that strong, that's how when they say can't nobody fuck with you, because you're literally walking with the angelic realms. They're in your auric field. They're rebalancing everywhere you walk. It's a whole entire football field of angelic frequency walking with you and through you.
And then the auric field, I like how you bringing up auric field, because mine was damaged so bad, like entities was like I went through a lot, you guys. The spiritual warfare shit. My aura was tore up from the floor up. Okay, it was a host for entities. It was open. It was blasted open. It was terrible. So the auric field is very important, because if the auric field is jacked up, your chakras is jacked up. The auric field is open. That black goo gets in the chakras. That
Mm-hmm.
goo makes your aura dim and makes
Yep.
you more susceptible to entities. So I had to do a lot of work, and I still do it every day to expand and to clear my aura, using the violet flame, using, the source light, just clearing each chakra with the violet flame, using the crystalline light, just doing my own clearing work to clear it. Because I had in my sacral chakra an implant that they were siphoning my energy from. So I had to reclaim my womb from that. My energy going out to all these people all over the place. So you got to claim your energy from all people, places, and things who've been in your energy.
Yeah.
I also had, which scared the hell out of me, the lady seen when I got my Lumerian regression, a host of demons were feeding off of my sacral energy.
Mm.
We're like pulling on it because of the type of sacral that I have, being who I am.
Yeah.
They are after these kind of sacrals.
Yes.
That whole creational power, that whole sexual power, all that shit. They're after our wombs.
Because people
Okay?
don't realize that when we created the pyramids using womb magic. I'm like, people don't like, the womb is that strong to where people can't figure out how the fuck we made the pyramids, and that's because we literally sat there and connected each other. We did a circle, and we connected each other through our wombs, and because of that, we have the power to send it through the men to raise everything up. Like, we're that powerful to where we can move shit with our womb. And motherfuckers, they, like you said, like, leeching on it. They know how powerful we are. They know how powerful we are. That's why they did this magic on us, to keep us suppressed.
Because I'm like, how the hell did they get in there? Like, what the hell did I do?
Yeah.
What the fuck? But it comes from ancient. She was like, this stuff open wormholes and portals and
Yeah.
shit has happened from lifetime. So
Whew.
we have a lot of cleaning up to do.
Yeah.
The womb is like, yeah, so I'm like, just got mine really up to par. Because it was so distorted really bad. When the womb is distorted, your whole life, your whole everything is distorted.
Yeah.
So reclaiming the womb is very, very important for the divine feminine. You got to get your energy work done. You got to get looked at to see what's in there. You can't just assume that you don't have nothing in there. If you are a divine being, you have to get your womb looked in. You have to, because you don't know what's in there. I wouldn't have knew if the lady didn't look in there and see it.
Mm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know what was in there. She saw all that stuff. So we walking around, we got all this stuff from all these lifetimes and timelines sitting there, and you just think ain't nothing in there. But we gotta look, or you can do it yourself and look, and you can look yourself. But it's important to keep those wounds on point. Um, and then Oh yeah, you discussed about the sexual cords. Make sure those cords is clear. Those cords keep you corded to people, and cords do recreate in the womb too. So you gotta constantly, because
Yep.
they can come back. Cords can come back. In the if you had a boyfriend that was a warlock or something, you really gotta keep clearing the womb of the cords, because they know how to keep trying to do rituals to get in there.
Yes,
So
other people who know who
yeah,
we are.
yeah, they do rituals to get in there. So we have to protect our wombs. We are responsible for protecting our wombs, shielding them,
Yeah.
and keeping our wombs clear. I do my womb clearing every day in, day night. Violet flame, crystalline fire. I clean mine out every day from anything that tries to attach to it. I flush it out. I do my clearing every day
Mm.
because I don't know who's doing it. Because we are divine feminines. There are people who are looking for our power and looking for our womb. So we make sure you calling your womb power back, all your power back from all your partners. You're doing your cord cutting, and you keeping your womb clean. Um,
Can I say? I'm gonna say something else. So
but
another thing to add on is that realizing that yes, the womb chakra is connected to the things, right? The men and the everything that you said. But on top of that, because that's your creation energy, it's also connected to the jobs that you did. It's connected to, it's literally a direct connection to the U.S. corporation. If you didn't, all the time, everything that you encountered leading up to when you woke up, that's creation energy. Those were co-created experiences that you went through between you and the corporation and the false matrix. So you literally need to do cord cuttings on the U.S. If you whatever job you work, let's say because you had a co-creation with those other entities, which is part of the U.S. corporation, part of the false matrix programming. So that's also something that you have to consider because I was like, listen, this is how I knew I switched over from the false matrix to the divine host matrix because I was doing cord cuttings from the whole matrix. Everything that I had experienced while I was on that old matrix. That's connected to you. That's connected to your womb because your womb is your sacral chakra, pure creation source energy because the universe is in your womb. So you got to take control over your universe, i.e., cutting the cord for the whole entire false matrix.
got you, and I'm doing that because I didn't know that one. So yeah, I'm doing that for sure. I did not know nothing about the being connected to the matrix, the womb.
Yeah, because it's essentially everybody in their own universe.
Yeah.
Everybody's in their own universe, and we all co-created this. So in my universe, I'm living in peace. So I'm like, okay, for the universe that I want to bring in is in peace. So everybody who wants to bring it in peace, we move to this. It's kind of like how we're all moving and transmuting energy, so we can all end up on the 5D timeline. For those of us, we're in the 5D timeline. So
Yeah.
what's gonna happen is we're co-creating this new timeline, but the people who have the similar dreams that we have, those are going to be the ones who gravitate towards us. So I know that I'm trying to change how corporate structure is actually ran. So if we want for humanity, right? So I'm trying to release what the corporation did. So in my work, I'm on for humanity. And we all have our own individual universes and then we all co-create them. So however it is that you see fit that you want your own universe to look like, you cut the cord from what the old matrix did. So in your new shit, you can have whatever it is that you want because you're not co-creating it underneath the false matrix anymore.
Yeah, you co-creating the 5D, which is the sovereign,
Yes. Mm-hmm.
the sovereignty. So,
Yes. Yes.
yeah,
Underneath your
I like
sovereignty.
that. I like that analogy. How you said you co-creating on your own timeline outside of that last timeline.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm still kind of in. I'm out of it because I go back in and out, and but I'm out of it mentally.
Yes.
Like already out of it. Started my co-creation. So what I'm here to do is open the Sacred Goddess Healing Temple of Osset. It's going to be emphasis on the Kemetic priesthood, the ancient Kemetic priesthood, and women will come to get healing. They will come in as women who come from the streets, come out of jail, sex trafficking, um, domestic violence, women who've been, whatever happened to them. Any woman that has any type of issue that they need a solving, they'll be able to come in and they'll go through the temple in phases and they'll get certain healings from me. And it won't be any energetic type, like going into people's field because it's just too dangerous. I don't want to do that in this lifetime. I can if I want, but I decided not to be in people's field because of the dangers of it. Because when you open somebody's field, they have entities and stuff. And if you don't have the correct shields and protection, entities can jump on you. So I already did a lot of work of getting rid of a lot of that stuff. So I just don't want to put myself at risk. So I'm not going to do that part. But I know ladies who do that part, and I can refer them over there. But my work is going to be more hands-on for women who need to come in to do shadow work, to get rituals, ceremonies. They're going to learn who they are, learn to love themselves again, learn who they are as divine feminine women outside of what the Matrix told them they were. So they're
Mm-hmm.
going to learn who they are in their true essence. So they're going to be like going to school and they're going to get redone all over again. So when they're done with my priesthood, they're going to be a whole new person, mentally and physically, because they got to go through mental
Reprogramming.
reprogramming of themselves. So they're going to be like, oh, I don't have to go get plastic surgery. I'm good enough like this. I love myself and accept myself. Oh, I don't have to go do this.
Yeah.
Or I don't have to do that. They're going to realize that who they truly are. They're going to be able to look in the mirror and know who they are when they leave that place.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not going to be anyone else's distortion from their parents, from their friends, from their upbringing, from the Matrix, from the
Yeah.
magazines, from the celebrities. They're going to be divine feminine women walking in their Venusian power when they leave. They're not going to date the same. They're not going to do
No.
nothing. They're not going to eat the same. It's like a transformative process that they'll be going
Yes.
through.
Yes. Yes.
So that's my thing that I'm bringing to the table for humanity. One of my things, which I'm here to do, which I have contracted to finish, because I got the history of who I am outside of. They only tell a little bit of the story. I know the rest of it. So what was left after that comedic timeline for me to finish? So I'm here to finish that
And
and
it's going to be
bring.
online first, right?
It's going to be online first, yeah, and
Right.
then I'm going to have it in different locations, maybe in each region of the of Kim, because this is Kim.
Mm-hmm.
In each region, like one on the West Coast, the Midwest, then maybe branch out, worldwide later. But we're
Mm-hmm.
gonna start here on the home base first
Yeah, home front.
and get uh, these women back in order. Get the feminine back in order.
Yeah.
Somebody will be doing the masculines because the masculines have to get in order because we'll have a bunch of feminines who are getting in alignment and they'll have men who are not.
Yep.
Because the goal is to put these sacred unions together,
Yes.
bringing the divine feminine and masculine together in balance But if the men are out of balance, it ain't gonna work. So somebody has that role. I thought it was gonna be my husband, but it's not. He's not here right now, so I have to do this. And it's not gonna be like a cold side by side thing like that, like I thought it was gonna be. That's how I thought it was gonna be, but no, it's gonna be different. He'll be involved, but in a different way. So I literally thought that he would be here and he would be working with the masculines and I was going to be working with the feminines and we was going to co-create in the temple. That was what I thought.
Yeah.
But no, when I found out, I was like, but I don't know. I don't know the rest of the story yet. I'll find out though. But in the meantime, I got to do what I got to do. Somebody is here for the men and I know I'll come across them.
Yeah.
But the men got to get in alignment so these sacred unions can get on point.
Yeah.
Because if there's no balance, there's no new earth.
No, and we got
So,
shit to do because people got to be
yeah.
prepared. I'm at the end of the day, it's a whole lot of people in the 40 who don't know what the fuck is going on. And hello, it's a whole lot of people who don't know what's going on. They're just in the spirit.
Hello.
They're just in the spirit, like in the spiritual realm, walking around all happy, not knowing it's fucking time to get down. Like, we got real shit we have to do. We have to prepare our bodies for 2030. Like, it's so deep. We have to prepare our bodies for 2030. I just found out through you, we about to have a little mini solar flash August 12th.
August 12th,
The
y'all.
big event is 2030. And then, we exit in the game 2043.
Yeah.
Like, people are actually in fucking La La Land not knowing it's about to be a galactic takeover. Like, this is some real shit. Like our cosmic family is coming down,
Right back.
and those of us who are on families of light and who are on different type of light councils, we're basically doing a top-down takeover through the tribal government, and 90% of everybody else don't even know what's going on. They know that we're awakening and that we're going through this spiritual war and we're in the revelation times. But we're literally in the revelation time so we can get up out of here. So it's all lovely because we have to help everybody understand and understand what's going on with their bodies and how they've been programmed. But this is really, really serious because people need to prepare and you can't leave Earth if you don't have your shit up. Like, your auric field and your light body has to be prepared.
We gotta get rid of them entities, all the stuff we were just talking about. The entities, the cords, implants, all of that stuff gotta be gone.
This corporation has to be overthrown. And it's going to take us, the ones who are going to be leading, to step up. But we need leaders who are already healed. We need everybody to focus on their divinity because we got to be, when we're out in public and we're actually doing shit, we're talking telepathically to each other. We're getting downloads. The ancestors are talking to us. All you got to do is look at somebody and then you get your energetic connection opens up and then you receive some energy into symbology so you can interpret some more shit. And if everybody ain't on that, we're not going to be able to accomplish like what we need to accomplish. And we want more people need to graduate Earth. More people need to graduate Earth. There's people that need to graduate Earth, and they are walking around clueless.
And we need more people to do this. This is a big place. It can't just be so small of a people. Just like your aspect of Khalifa contacted me to go do the grid work because I was ready. Can you imagine how many more people she can use?
I literally been praying when I see that people, when people are around where they're at, like all around the world, or where they're at through here, then I'm like, it's confirmation for me. I'm like, okay, we're sending the energy through the grid, through these people, through us, So our energy can be impacted at certain points in the grid because, and that's also why we have our Anunnaki ancestors, the ships posted all over the place. There's ships posted all over the earth right now because they're charging up the grid. If you go to the World of Signs on YouTube, there's people just randomly all around the world will post pictures of the clouds, of the rainbows. Those are fucking ships. Those are our people charging up the grid in those certain areas because the grid is too distorted. It's too distorted. That's why people be walking around here. People ain't got no sense. They walking around here, just there's other terms that people use, but the retardation in the level of consciousness is so low. People can't even figure out like how to make responsible choices for them and the kids that they birth.
Because you ain't got to be ready. When these deities, when these beings come to you, you got to be ready to answer the call. If I wasn't ready, like, oh no, I'm scared that the government's going to come after me if I go do the work. If they not looking for that, they looking for people who go. And I went by myself to do my work. Nobody came with me. I went by, yeah, they was messing with me and stuff while I was doing it, but I didn't give a damn. I still did it. Because you got to be ready to answer that call. And like you said, people just ain't ready.
I'm telling you from me, because I already know I carry the angelic frequency. I hear when people pray. I hear the prayers. But we can't come help you if you ain't willing to help yourself. You gotta activate your G energy for the angels to even fuck with you. There's so many times where we've been out of alignment and they'll course correct us. But if you don't activate your G energy and start listening to your intuition and start making stuff and start learning who you are on a soul level, if you don't activate your G energy, that's when your aura field is like this, closed up. So they can't even really fuck with you. Because you can't even hear shit.
Because you in your shit. You right. That's why they didn't want us to know who we was, remember? Because once you do, you like, bitch, fuck you. You know what I mean?
What time it is.
Yeah, you like, and that's why they don't want you to know, because they know that thought process is going to come, because it came for me. I literally was like, I'm just getting ready for my celebrity status. I'm just getting ready for it, because I might as well. We already getting the attention anyway from the shit. So it's like, we might as well transmute that into getting the right attention.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Getting the right attention. So
answer this question right here.
Let's see, what would be the first few steps we should take for people?
Honestly, first step is to meditate and to sit with your soul. You need to sit down with your soul and guide spirit and ask for them to show you what it is that you need to see for you to open up. Once you start, just talk to them. Just start asking questions. Like, that's what I did. I was like, listen, I want to be a vessel. This is how it started. I was like, I knew I wanted some money. I knew I wanted some money. And I was like, yo, just show me the way how I can get to the money. Just guide me. Because I knew I wanted to have a lot of money and I knew I wanted to help people. And I'm like, I am a vessel for spirit. I am a source for source to experience itself walking on earth. And let me tell you, when you just keep reminding yourself of that, the answers will start flowing. You're going to see some shit. You're going to see what you need to clear out. But like from my perspective, I told myself, I am a God walking on earth. I am a fractal of source experiencing life on earth. I am pure source energy walking on earth. Let me tell you, that motherfucker started using me. They started using me. And honey, listen, you will start to see what's shit don't be starting to feel right. Like, okay, I don't feel right about this. I don't feel right about that, because you're getting guided to what's actually low vibrational from my end.
And that is a part of being sovereign. is knowing who you are in your power as a being a source. Yes, we are all these beautiful deities and all this stuff, but at the end of the day, we're infinite source. We're multidimensional infinite source. Period. Period. So that knowing that of who you are in your source itself is where to start. Exactly how she said. Knowing who you, if you don't know who you are, you ain't gonna get used. You'll just be an NPC for the Matrix. You would just be an NPC basically. You would know nothing. You have nothing to offer but to work, die, and have sex
They
and
literally
shit.
just
And
use your
yeah,
energy. They
yeah,
just use and abuse your energy till you shrivel up and die.
yeah. And we're not NPCs. We are divine beings. So
You're
we have
divine
to
beings.
walk like that, talk like that, act like that, and let that be. I don't care what's going on in this 3D. I know who I am. So I'm not even really paying attention to it. I look at it as a hologram. If I see hologram stuff happening, I'm like, oh, it's just a hologram, whatever. That's an NPC. That's how I have to start looking at it, so I don't let stuff get to me. That's just
Yeah.
a hologram. NPC. That's just a projection. I ain't entertaining that. Because we're divine beings and we have to walk like that.
Yes.
So yeah, we veered off a little bit, but yeah, keep your questions going. So where we are now since the fall as a people, as divine feminines, um, right here in this current moment, our women right now on the planet where we are is not good. Um, huge distortions in the divine feminine. So I know I got my work cut out for me because I'm here in Georgia right now and I can see it head on because it's more of our people here than it was in California, in Vegas. Um, and the distortion in the divine feminine here is huge. And their wombs,
Yeah. I see it's more feminine energy. It's not even just it's the divine feminine energy in Atlanta. It's because it's also affecting the males.
yeah, yeah, and it's a lot of feminine energy here
Yes.
in here. That's why they fought me like a dog to come here. They don't want me to come here to do the work here.
Honestly, I was not gonna fuck with Atlanta. I did not know. I knew that when my humanitarian project is gonna be um communication slash mega community centers, and they're gonna be it's gonna be some it's ain't nothing like it. We'll just say that. And so we all have specific um gifts that we're gonna bring, but because I have my master's in social work and my undergrad is in healthcare, so I'm going to be um reorganizing how we actually treat people with mental health and physical health in like a full community center. But I knew I was doing this, but I wasn't gonna mess with Atlanta. And then I learned Atlanta gonna be number two because they need one, and I was like, okay,
They do. They
yeah,
need it more than anybody. It's more of our people here.
yeah.
So yeah, the distortion is pretty heavy
And
here.
I love Atlanta, but I know that it's off balance.
Yeah, it needs a balance. It starts with the feminine because we are always up first. And they have to get the wombs together because those wombs are very off. So they have to be willing and they
Yeah,
have to see a problem first. If people don't see that they have an issue, then
yeah,
they're not going to be willing. They have to
yeah,
see. So my offerings are going to be tailored around the issues of the feminine and usually it's the womb,
Yeah.
periods, heavy bleeding, fibroids, cysts, endometriosis, keep miscarrying, all those issues. Those
Mhm.
are usually the signs to get them in. Okay, you want to keep having cramps, you want to keep bloating, you want to keep having all these problems, this, and that. You have to have it has to be a problem first, and then you have to give the solution. Okay, this is how the temple is going to help you. Boom, 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 boom. This is your next transformation out of the distortion, because the distortion is showing up in your body.
Yeah.
They'll be like, well, why am I distortion? Why? Because you just told them, because they have to go through a consultation first.
Yeah. Um, what were we talking about? The womb, DNA, creation.
I don't know why did I cancel. Um, so that's my offering. That's what I'm going to be offering for humanity, is getting our women in alignment with their divinity.
Mhm.
And just getting them off of the love and hip hop, all of that distortion, because they think
I
that
ain't even
that's
gonna hold
cute.
you though. I don't really fuck with Love and Hip Hop, but let me tell
Bad
you,
Girls Club and
Love and
all
Hip
that
Hop is about to
Natalie
be my new
Nunn
life.
and all that distortion, our women got to get out of that. It's just so terrible. Like, it's
Yeah.
not okay for feminines to act that way.
Well, because
And
that was
for,
part of the programming that they did to try to make
yeah,
everybody, like it's just low consciousness programming. It's low consciousness programming. Uh, there's so much low consciousness programming. Even there's one show in particular that I was watching, and it was about a young girl and a mom, and she had a son, and the mom, like her whole life, was stealing and doing things to get by, but she was codependent on her daughter. And so her daughter ended up with like some suicidal ideations, and she was, harming herself. And I was like, and some people are like, oh, well, I would just like to watch it for the drama. I was like, this is programming to make you guys think this is fucking okay. This is not okay. From like a mental health perspective, I'm examining these shows. And I'm like, they're telling y'all, they're showing what's going on in the communities to keep it programming in your mind, running in the, because remember, you're watching it through your portals and you're recording it in your fucking subconscious. And I'm like, even these shows, they're showing you to try to make you think that it's okay. It's not okay. The stuff that is going on is, my third eye is itching. Is not okay. Like all of the programming that the families fighting with each other, just the drama. The drama, like we have to dismiss the drama, especially with the whole female energy and the baby daddy, baby mama energy. All of that has to be corrected. And yes, there was distortion. There is the distortion, right? Which is how they ended up here. This is how we ended up with people ain't got no baby daddies in the home, and so on and so forth. But we also have to teach women to have some accountability. Like if you having some of those issues, you accepted that into your field. You accepted all them kids. Like, and I'm not saying that the kids shouldn't be here, but what I'm saying is people need to have boundaries. Women need to have stronger boundaries. A lot of women are too soft, and we let so much shit slide because of that pain that we felt from the distortion, from our families growing up, from our mama issues, our daddy issues. So we accept all this shit to happen because we want somebody to love us, when if we don't love ourselves, we just ended up, everything that happened to us is through trauma, a trauma lens.
girl, you are right. You busted that thing down.
Because the programming is so terrible. I'm just like, it's sometimes it's hard. It's hard, like
Girl, we got work to do. Just
we got
put it
so
like
much
that.
work to do. We have so much work to do, and I really give it to the mothers because the field is so distorted. But we also have to stand up for ourselves as women.
Mm-hmm.
We can't be on no sucker shit letting these men act a certain way towards us. We
Mm-hmm.
can't. We have to put our foot down.
That's another thing in the temple. They're gonna learn when you love yourself, you're not gonna deal with that bullshit from a
You
man.
can't let that shit slide no more.
Self love is the key. We all been through it before we healed ourselves, where we got with men that we knew that didn't love us correctly. Now
Yes.
I've healed that, so I know better, so I can teach women how to re-love themselves. Because when you love yourself, you're not going to put up with that. It's just not going to happen. I'm sorry.
And I mean,
Uh,
but when I
yeah,
say love yourself, I mean the color of your skin too.
yeah,
Because there's a lot of situations like that because you've been hurt and women will date because of their pain and their trauma. Oh, I don't want to fuck with black men because of this. Because you've been hurt. I'm telling you, because
yeah.
I see it through a mental health lens.
Uh-huh.
And when you date through trauma, you just gonna get more trauma.
Trauma bond. Trauma bond. Trauma bond. So yeah, women this is why we gonna have these centers and temples, because they're gonna learn their bodies is sacred. Sacred
Yes.
goddess healing temples what mine is called. You're gonna learn everything you learn in my spot is sacred. Ain't gonna be no distorted anything. From the products, from the rituals, from the mantras, from everything sacred.
Yeah.
So women are gonna learn to know themselves, love themselves, date their own self. What I had to do. Been
Let me
single.
tell you, that's exactly what you're supposed to do. You're
Date your own
supposed
self.
to date your own self. You're supposed to date your own self, and then you magnetize that highest level of love.
Ashe, Ashe, Ashe. And women don't know how to be alone. Y'all gotta learn how to
You
be
gotta learn how to be
singles for
alone,
a
baby.
while. So you can know yourself. Because you can't give, you can't pour from an empty cup. You can't pour from trauma.
Nope.
So, that's what they're gonna go through, learning to love themselves again and accepting themselves for who they are, clearing out that trauma. And if they are too much of the distortion, that's when I'm gonna send them over to you. Like they need more mental health. Then my temple might not can't help everybody because
Yeah.
some they're gonna be assessed first before they're even eligible to come
Yeah.
in. They
Right.
have to
Right.
sign
Right.
disclosures and different things before they can come in. And if I see their situation is more of a mental health thing and I can't serve them, I'm gonna send them over to you.
Yeah. Because I'm
Because
gonna have
yeah.
LCSWs and interns.
Uh-huh.
Because my target is to change the system from within.
Uh-huh.
So my mission is to make sure that the social workers that I work with and the interns that are going to be a part of my facilities, we all on one page. We all need to we need to reframe how the indoctrination of um the mental health system has been treating, because even the way that they've been treating is through systemic oppression. We know
Uh-huh.
that like LCSWs that look like me have a harder time passing the test.
Uh-huh.
And how we actually I this is why I actually changed I wanted to change my when I was going through my master's program. I wanted to change because my master's is in adult mental health and wealth and veterans health. However, um 3/4 of the way through I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. I'd rather focus on macro. And my what is it called where you have like the person that you go through, like the admissions representative, She was like, you can't change it. And she told me why though, and I really honor her for doing that, because she told me, she was like, don't change it, because if you learn the micro, and I learned how the brain actually works and how the trauma is actually processed through the different, like the reptilian brain and the prefrontal lobe, through the neurons and through the nervous system, then I'm able to help it on a macro level, because I understand how the brain works. Before, if I would have learned it and just went to macro and only did policy, I wouldn't know how the actual trauma is affecting our communities. So she really helped me out on there. So being that I know how it actually works, I didn't actually go through and get my LCSW to do the test, because I was like, I'm going to just open up the community centers and I'm going to employ people who do want to and who are going through the program, and we're gonna, work as a community to come together to really tackle these root chakra issues, which is, this is what's impacting our communities. And these actual, if you look at the majority of the stuff that is happening, that people are getting impacted by, it's all actually, we're in familiar, everybody's experiencing familiar community trauma. Like a lot of it is historical trauma, and it's just in different type of cases. Everybody's experiencing this, but it's on a different level, and it's all resulting from the distorted feminine energy and the patriarch. And so I'll be able to work with these interns to really help them double down on their divinity and help them understand trauma informed energetic health, so they can go ahead and really get that out to and basically help people within the community on a more of a larger scale when it comes to the mental health. Because with the books, I still have all my books. They're great. But ain't nobody focusing on the childhood issues. And people don't even really understand that. Some of the stuff that happens in our life is also because of past life trauma. So I'm trying to have it all in one house.
Girl, I can't even give y'all. We're gonna do that later. We'll have a discussion, and we'll do like a past life thing.
Yeah.
When we ready to like really come out with our, who we are and tell us the whole stories and all that stuff. Well, those will be stories for over the other days. But yeah, that past life trauma.
Yeah.
And I was wondering why I was feeling the way I was feeling and couldn't shake it until I got, the regression done. I'm like, that's what that was. And I'm like, okay, it makes sense now. But yeah, the past life stuff is even worse because it accumulated in the soul. It accumulated. It's in the chakras. She's seen some stuff I'm not going to say on a chakra. I was like, what? She was like, yeah, this is right here. I'm like, so yeah, that's how bad this is. It's trauma carried over from lifetimes and accumulated in the body, in the essence.
Yeah.
So yeah, we doing big stuff. Me and my sister. We're not here no shape, form, and fashion. We're not here to play around. These missions are soul missions, and they are important for humanity.
Yeah.
And we got our work cut off for us, but we got this. We've done it before in past lives. So we here to do it again. Bring the feminine back into her divinity, get her balanced. A lot of the feminines are very masculine. And they need to, soften up and balance their feminine and their masculine. And, the, independent woman and I don't need no nigga and all that stuff. It's just trauma responses and in need of love and and support and self-love. We need each other as males and females.
Yes.
So all of that is just the distortion placed upon the feminine to be this independent thing. And, you know, we're here for balance. Yes, we were only feminine matriarchs, but we created the men for a reason.
Yep.
So we can't just chew them out. You know what I
You
mean?
know, I feel you.
we can't just chew them out. You know what we needed them for. But
Right.
we created them for a reason. So, you know, we got to get them in order. They got to get in order. And everybody's in alignment. The planet is peaceful like it used to be. It was a
Yeah.
paradise.
Yeah.
And we're here to bring that heaven on earth. So anyone who is about that life knows about their heaven on earth mission
Yes.
and what they're here to do.
And you have
So,
to create it. Like, people are sitting around thinking that it's going to get brought to you. It doesn't get brought to you. You have to
that
create
has to
it.
be it.
You have to create it. You need to be making sure that the things that you want, you have a visual reference of that timeline, right? You have to create that timeline in the quantum field, the houses you want, the cars you want, how you want your family to look, how you want to carry yourself. Like, you literally have to create that timeline, the things that you want. And honestly, and I'm gonna tell you, a lot of melanated people do not understand what it is like to hold wealth, right? You have to become a vibrational match to your higher timeline where you have the wealth, and that takes work. So this is the foundation. This is the foundation. The self-love is the foundation, knowing that you're worthy, knowing that, yes, I looked at $1 million houses. That's the thing. Like, you have to prepare yourself. You have to listen. In order to be an energetic match for your higher timeline, where you want to spend millions, you got to go look at the $1 million properties. You got to shop for the $500,000 car, the $200,000 car. You have to study wealth management. You got to learn how the billionaires and the millionaires is running their shit. Like, this is the self-love is the foundation. But as you're learning, as you're sitting there and learning self-love, you need to open up your aura to what wealth actually is and what actually looks like, because people don't even know how to paint that picture. I had to stop going to the grocery store and stop looking at the prices. And I got to a point where I said, I can't look at the prices, because you know what? I got it.
Yeah.
You got to keep telling yourself, I can't even pay attention to this shit because I got it. Like, you literally have to keep telling yourself, you got it. You got it. You can't pay attention to what your actual physical reality is, because you already know in your highest abundance timeline, you got the M's.
Yeah, it's already there. I don't even trip on this lifetime. That's what they want. I mean, not lifetime, this timeline. Because I know it ain't my true timeline. So I just, instead of going into like a stress or survival mode shit, that's that old shit. That's that unhealed.
You can't let, yes,
shit.
exactly.
And I look at this
Live
shit
in
like,
the energy of who you're becoming. You have to,
Yeah.
you have to actually go physically do it, because your physical body and your vessel is a quantum machine. So when you actually go to the $1 million houses, you're collecting the $1 million frequencies. Like, when you're watching these millionaires and billionaires, and be conscious of it, because some of these people on YouTube who got these companies, they're 3D companies, even though they got the money. But you want to watch to see how they're running shit and see, what aligns and what doesn't align. So when it comes time for you to run a company, you already know, okay, well, they did this. I ain't doing that. I'm doing this because this feels more right. Like how we're supposed to change how many hours people are going to work per week. So you want to put your mind in the well while you're also figuring yourself out, because then guys go, okay, well, you know what, I like this, or you know what, I like this, or you know what, I might want a house over here. Like, you got to do the work to create your future timelines. People are not doing that work. They're sitting around thinking that this shit just going So they're just gonna come into some abundance, and that's how. I don't know what they think is gonna happen. Like, you actually have to put the work in. I don't know what the fuck they think is gonna happen. You have to be a vibrational match to
You
receive
so
that level of
funny.
abundance.
Yeah, that's real shit.
This is you becoming the entrepreneur.
Yeah,
Now, if
before it
you're
happens.
not in the, and it doesn't matter on what level. Like, yes, some of us have really bigger projects, but we're the ones with the real bigger projects. We're gonna be able to invest in those who have the smaller projects, just so you can stay
Yeah.
at home, do whatever you want, manage your shit, but just do something. You have to become a creator. We are creators. We are the creators of the universe. We didn't been doing this shit before Earth.
Yeah, and we do gotta start walking in it. That was clear to me. Like, stop all the drama shit and start walking in your creational
Yes, the
power.
small
Like,
steps.
that creational power is what that's you. It's who
When
you
people
are.
realize we've been creating shit before Earth even fucking came along, because y'all know when we go to sleep, we're in other realms. Like,
Mm-hmm.
our oversoul, we're here, right? But our oversoul is still experiencing other shit in other realms.
Mm-hmm.
I go to sleep, I know that sometimes I'm having class because I'm gonna send the master. I have class. The other spirits be attending my class. I be attending other people's class, or we be doing shit up in the underworld and the other realms and shit, processing niggas out the motherfucking frame. It's so much deeper than just this. And when you understand that you're a multidimensional cosmic being, you realize what time it is on Earth, because we got to get this shit going, and you're gonna take control of your life and become a sovereign soul, because it's big. Even though this is what time it is while it's right here, but it's really bigger than this. There's so much more to this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know when I'm doing shit in the other realms. I know, like, literally this morning, I sat down and I went through that coil of energy. It's like I was in the 90s, because I was literally looking. My eyes be open, but I see like stars. I see the space. I'm in the interstellar energy, just sitting right here. Because even though we're doing stuff in the 3D, in the 5D, we're actually doing stuff in other dimensions as well. And I like when you're have ADHD, or when you're bipolar, and those times where you kind of like you black out for a second, it's because you go to the future and you bring your shit back, and you're receiving energy from the future or from the past timelines for you to anchor right now in your field right now.
Mm-hmm.
But you can't get there unless you clear that root chakra and that sacral chakra out and get into your creator energy.
Mm-hmm. Akshay.
Shit done got real for me. Like, I told myself after I said I closed the chapter last year and some change ago, and I was like, I'm no longer working on, even though yes, I'm here on Earth, but my earthly resume is gone. Like, I did what I needed to do underneath the matrix. Now I'm on my cosmic resume, because the shit
Yeah.
that I'm doing right now is to help transcend Earth.
Come on.
This is my cosmic resume now, because now I'm on my shit.
I love it,
Because
sister.
I
All
already
this
know what
only
I've been
came
doing
together.
across eons, across other realms, other motherfucking planes of existence. Niggas
You
know
with
who we
it.
are.
Yeah.
They
That's
know who
what.
we are
Come
outside of
on.
Earth.
Come on. Come on. We on the cosmic shit now. We done with the
Period.
3D bullshit.
Period. We're
This
on our
is
cosmic shit
it.
now. This is
Yeah.
the fucking hostile takeover of Earth. This is why we're having galactic intervention.
Yeah. We can't stay the same. We got to
No.
rise up in our power. What's the use of awakening and you not walking in your power? and you're not out here doing what you're supposed to be doing. You just sitting there on the woke with hella knowledge and information, and you ain't doing shit with it. You're not giving it to humanity. You're not making no money off of it. Like, I can't do that. And I had to spark myself from a different sister because of that. Like, we can't just sit here on the phone for 5 hours and we're not creating anything, because then we're going to start getting into ego, and different other things are going to start. So what now? Let's get over this now. Let's change the subject. How are we going to make this next program so we can co-create together? Let's get in co-creation mode, because if not, you're just wasting air, and you're in ego. You're in just all kind of shit. So I have to be on collaborating with women who are just like me, who are like-minded, and we're able to make some shit happen, because we don't got time for the bullshit. It's too much to be done. We got to get over the ego. We got to get over the self. I'm this, and I'm this powerful being, and I'm this and that. Okay,
but you do need a healthy amount of ego to be in your
Where's the money at?
You need a healthy amount of ego,
but not up to the point where you can't co-create and get no money.
Oh, yeah, right. But you do have. But this is the thing, though. You do need a healthy amount of ego to make sure you in your G energy, because there's a level of God
healthy though.
That you have to hold yourself to a higher standard.
Yeah, healthy ego though. You see how you said healthy?
Yes. Healthy ego, because I know I'm that nigga. The fuck? Like, I know, like, we know who we are. That's the thing.
Right.
We know who we
are. Right. So now, what we do with that shit? I don't want to sit and talk for 5 hours and I ain't doing shit.
You feel me?
You know? Now what do we do? You know, it's time to
take action. But that's another thing, though. People got to ask, too, okay, Spirit, what's the next step? What do I need to be looking at next? So, and a lot of times, motherfuckers be sitting around not asking.
Yeah, what do I do with this? I'm this now with how I roll this out. Well, what we doing with this? You know, how we making this shit happen? Because the women need us. The women need us. We need to get our women in alignment, get them off the pill, birth control, all of that shit. You know, that's another distortion, y'all. The birth control and all of that stuff, that causes a lot of womb problems. You got to call your power back from that. You know, the damage of the womb, the tampons. You got to go organic with the tampons, the pads, organic. You got to heal yourself with herbs. You got to get off that medicine and all that stuff. That's all that is damage. It's just damaging the womb. It's just damaging. It's not helping you at all. So they continue to perpetuate the same problems because you ain't doing nothing to get rid of the foundational problem. All that other stuff just does is just pacifiers, puts a Band-Aid on it. But you need something that's going to get to the root of the problem. And that's our ancient herbal medicine.
Yeah.
Herbs. Yeah. It's the ancient way. You got to go back to the ancient way. And that was going to be taught to women.
That's the medicine.
Is how to heal yourself with herbs. You don't need all that other stuff. Heal yourself with herbs. You don't have all them side effects and all that stuff. That's damaging your hormones. You wonder why you're crazy.
Your gut microbiome. Your gut,
you got anxiety.
The medications that go to your gut, because you're swallowing and you're ingesting it, and it's going to your gut microbiome. And because of that, what it's doing is it's damaging your neurons, and it's traveling to your brain. And it's not communicating with life energy. It's damaging your body.
Yep. And that's a part of cleansing, getting them that purification done. It's a purification that's going to happen. The purification is needed to come out of the matrix and go to the new thing. You can't cross over without purification. The solar flares will tell you that. A lot of our people going to be laying out on the floor. Because they ain't going to be able to handle it.
That's how they're going to transition. That's what's going to happen in 2030. People going to be laid out. I already know this.
Yeah. This guy seen this in 2020. He had a vision of this. He was already on his clean stuff. I was just looking. And he was like, yep, people gonna be laid on the floor, the sun gonna fry our people, and
Yes. Yes,
yep.
because their nervous systems are already fried. Right? So their nervous system and their cells are already fried. Their body is not in a crystallization state. It's in the density state. They don't have enough light in their auric field to receive the amount of light that's coming down. So eventually they just gonna glitch out because your body is receiving in a certain amount of light and it can't contain it because your cells are already fried.
Mm-hmm. Very true. We got to get our bodies together. We got the pre-one
That's
coming
the
up August
focus.
12th. I still got to get my body together. Get rid of parasites. Do a complete blood
I
cleanse.
need to do a blood cleanse.
A
Yeah.
complete blood cleanse, a
Yeah.
complete parasite detox. I still have to do cleaning too, because I'm still purging from a lot
Hmm.
of distortions and stuff that I've been carrying in my vessel. I can't sit here and be like, oh, my vessel is 100%. You know,
Yeah.
I'll be telling a story. I'm still going through
Yeah.
my cleaning, but I know I've been going through it for a while where I'm in a state to where I can teach others
Yes.
because I've been doing it for so long.
Yeah.
And it takes time to get all that stuff out of you too. You didn't have
Yeah.
that parasite's been sitting there since childhood and
Yeah.
stuff. If you never did a parasite cleanse before, you have parasites.
Yeah.
Period. Because it comes from the food, it comes from the water, it comes from
Yeah.
all that stuff, medications, whatever, drinking, alcohol, all that stuff. Um, so
Another
that's
thing you
pretty.
guys can do to help is to put a rose quartz, a clear quartz, any type of crystal. I don't even care at this point. Put a crystal in your water bottle. So you're receiving light coated water when you're drinking it down. So that's gonna start to help you clear out the shit from your body, from your auric field, through your chakras. It helps.
Crystalline
Yeah,
water
we
with
gotta stay in
copper
the bath.
cut.
Exactly. The bath. We need to take more baths. Yes, I learned that this past year, and I've had to take like at least a bath once a week.
Yeah, I have to
And you
do a
receive a
bucket.
lot of energy in it, right? Because you're in the water. If you
Yeah, I
can't
can't.
get to the
I'm mad. I
ocean or
don't have
the
a
lake
tub.
or anything, get your ass in the bathtub.
Yeah, I'm mad. I don't have a tub. She remodeled this condo, so
Uh
it's
huh.
like a modern, but it's the walk-in. All that modern stuff they taking the
Oh
tub
yeah.
out, but
No,
they're
I think
taking
at
it.
our womanly age right now, you need a bathtub.
I
Like we have to
do.
have bathtubs.
I
Right.
do.
Period.
Yeah, and I don't like that, but they're doing that for a reason because they don't want us in the tubs.
Right.
They're
Right.
taking them out for a reason.
Yeah. Of course.
Yeah, it's a reason behind that. They don't want
Yep.
you
Right into
soaking.
your water. Yep.
They know what that water does. They know what
Yep.
soaking does.
They do. That's just why they told us we couldn't go to the fucking ocean. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's so systemic. I'm like, think about what our if they wouldn't took the ocean away. Because when I go to the ocean, me and her be talking. Like I can channel through the ocean. And I'm like, what if they wouldn't have took away our ancestors' access to the ocean? You don't even have to do shit. All you got to do is go,
Mm-hmm.
and the water will cleanse your spirit.
Yep. I stayed by the water every weekend when I was out there. I had to, and I missed it so much. I'm like going crazy without that water right now. All I keep thinking about is Miami for the summer, to be hanging in Miami because it's right there, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And then we gonna link up in August, right? And all your stuff is in
Mm-hmm.
August, right?
Mm-hmm.
All the stuff that you had planned August, or was it July?
For which part?
For the stuff that we doing together, was it August or July?
So I will be in LA to. I have to go lay the foundation. I gotta go get my shit together. I'll be down in LA, like for real, like be able to like pop out and like do stuff in August.
Okay, cool. That gives time so I can go hang
Yes.
in Miami. Why
Yes.
until then I'll go see
Oh,
you.
I want to go to Miami so bad, but I got a lot of family stuff to take care of.
Yeah, you gotta stay on that coast. See, I'm over here already, so I need to be over there for these 2 months, and then I'm gonna come see you, and we're gonna do our Cali thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. But that's pretty much it for the divine feminine. The Venus Day thing, y'all. Venus hour is at 10 tonight. So if y'all wanna, I think it's 10:15. So if anybody wants to tap into Venus tonight, already got me a ritual that I'm about to do.
Yep.
Y'all can do that 10:15 Venus hour. You can do some Venusy womanly stuff or whatever you need to do to end the day. Um, you could do that, and that's it. That's all I really have. Um, Take care of the wounds, reclaim the wounds, stay in your feminine. Venus is self love. She is love. There's no Venus without love, without self love. In the heart and compassion. You gotta have compassion, forgiveness. You gotta be in the heart. Um, that is feminine. Feminine is throat, heart, and womb. That's feminine. So you have to use your voice. You got to be in your heart, and you got to be in your womb. You got to be in your sensual energy, even if you don't have a man, because your sensual energy is your power.
Yeah.
You got to be in that energy. That's another distortion.
You
That's
gotta
for
thug it
next
through.
week.
Like
Yeah, that's
you
yeah,
have
that's
you
next
have to
week.
you have to have balance in masculine energy.
Yeah, that's next week's discussion is going to be about the distortion on the sexual energy, what they did with that. So I'll be discussing that next week for you guys, and we'll be talking about that. What happened with that, with the repression of the divine feminine sexual energy. Um, I'll be talking about that next Friday. But that is all I have. You have anything else you want to add?
No, I'm just Friday blessings to everybody. Y'all be just praying. I be praying for everybody, y'all, cause this is a lot. The distortion is real. Um, how United States, how Turtle Island is going to change. Um, everything is going to change. Everything is literally going to change. Like everything on all levels of how we are experiencing life on Earth right now. This is a cosmic intervention, and you're gonna, if you don't know, you gonna see. You gonna see, and you gonna might be like, "What the fuck?" And I'm just like, be open minded and try to see things from an outside perspective, because a lot of people are going to be taking things personally. But see, that's my throat chakra. A lot of people are going to be taking things personally, because this is personal for us, right? This is personal for us. Like, our people that look like us have fucking gone through hell. And now we back, we up, we awake, and we about to turn this shit around.
Shay.
I say,
And
peace to the gods.
Y'all join us every Tuesday. She does Mars energy for the planetary. Join us every Tuesday, 3 p.m. Pacific, 6 p.m. Eastern, and every Friday. We're going to be having these discussions. Please share the live, you guys. Like, share, and get this stuff out so we can bring our people to us. You know that they're
Yes.
working
I
overtime
say,
to try to keep us suppressed and keep our
yeah.
stuff in the shadows. So we're going to have to do this on a collective level to get ourselves out there. So happy Friday, you guys. Happy Venus Day. I'll see y'all next week. Peace and love.
All right. Peace to the family.
Peace.